Hi, Dan.
How are you doing?
I'm brilliant, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, as a fairly new member to the team, I thought it would be great if you could perhaps introduce yourself a little bit and perhaps tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yep. So I'm Jenny, and I've just recently started working with the PT kids. I'm really excited about that. So as well as being a physio, I'm also like a trained Pilates instructor, which I've been doing for a couple of years now, and more recently have got into doing children's Pilates. So I've been doing it more one-to-one, but yeah, I'm excited to start now working in a group and doing it. Yeah, the next step.
That's great. So could you tell me like a little bit about the Pilates course that you did?
So I went on, it was an APPI course. So it's for like professionals to do Pilates. So I did a mat work 1 course and then a mat work 2 course. And in between that, like practiced and had patients and clients where I was teaching. So I was teaching at a studio with my friend called Gemini Pilates, doing adults Pilates. I'm in a class. An hour classes. But the actual course I did was 2 weekends. Led by a Physio Pilates instructor. So I got some really good like instructions and teaching from there.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. And how different is it working with children compared to doing classes with adults, do you think?
It's a lot different. I think you've got to keep up with the kids, keep up with what they're interested in and get them involved. And just invent games, keep it fun, which I love doing anyway. But so it is different. And I know things can't be as precise when you're with children, but you can still get a really good benefit from it, working on your flexibility, your posture, just some really good muscle endurance. So I know like even though you're not at the gym and you're just using your body, you can really get loads of benefits, which I think is really like under recognized. So I just hope people do get that from it and can recognize the work that you can just get from using your body.
And as well as teaching Pilates, you are a children's physio as well, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So I've been a children's physio now for, I think it's like 6 years. I absolutely love it. My passion really going forward. Absolutely. Yeah. Just, it don't feel like work because I do really enjoy it.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's great. And so for somebody who's a bit like me, and I'm a bit of a novice when it comes to Pilates, what exactly is Pilates? How would you describe it?
So I'd describe it as you're using your body, and it's really about using your core, like call it like your powerhouse, and working on your posture. So you'll be in different like postures and postural sets, and then we can work on using your own body and resistance, and creating like building up your core strength, and it'll help with your posture, your flexibility. Like with children, it'll also help with body awareness, and then in turn can like lead to improved confidence. So yeah, a lot of like the classes you do on a mat, and you can get into like different positions like the bridge, 4-point kneel, high kneel, and go from there and just work through those postures, but really engage in your little muscles to build up that postural awareness and strength.
Really like that idea of having a powerhouse. I think I need to sign up to some classes myself. So tell us a little bit more about the PT Kids Virtual Pilates group that we're hoping to get up and running as soon as we can.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be up and running soon. So what we're offering is really for like 17 to 14-year-olds, and that can like be focused by themselves, and listen to instructions, maybe for like 45 minutes for a class. Ideally would like you to be able to get into high kneel and 4-point kneel, and then just feel like have a good time and come and really put effort into the class and work hard. But yeah, we want to make it fun and that you get a lot from it.
Yeah, it sounds great. And listening to some of the benefits that you've described, I can definitely picture in my mind some of the children that I work with, particularly perhaps some of the children who are post-SDR, who have had selective dorsal rhizotomy, or perhaps children with cerebral palsy who have a little bit of mobility, perhaps can move themselves around on the floor a bit by themselves, but perhaps a bit weaker in their core, or want to work on their flexibility, want to work on balance. I've definitely got a few children in my mind that I'm kind of thinking of when you've described some of the benefits.
Oh, that's really good. And I think from working with children that have had like SDRs and children with cerebral palsy, with like a little bit of the mobility, you can see how much it would benefit them from doing like Pilates based exercises, especially SDR, you know, like post rehab stage, really good for affecting balance, but therefore going forward, we want to maintain your posture and balance. So it's just brilliant as you keep growing.
Yeah, definitely. And it works a lot on that quality of movement, doesn't it? So
yeah, really breaks it down and works on the quality of movement. So like instead of learning bad habits when we move, we want to get the optimum movement, therefore in reducing pain in the future, and it'd be absolutely brilliant for that.
That's brilliant. So it's sort of 7 to 14-year-old little ones.
Yeah, 7 to 14-year-olds.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. It's a nice spectrum. And the other kind of benefit I can see from the group as well is the children seeing other children that are working on similar things to them, or perhaps a similar level of ability to what they are. I think particularly some of our children that go to mainstream schools, I think sometimes they think they're the only ones that have to do exercises or have to do physio. There might not be other children in their school who work on similar things to what they work on. So I think it would be really nice for them to see other children working on similar things, build up a little bit of rapport, maybe make some new friends online as well. I think that'd be a great benefit too.
Yeah, I think that'd be a brilliant benefit for those children. Yeah, I think the children that go to mainstream school sometimes thinks, oh, I'm the only one that has got to do exercises, got to come home and do exercises, but it's not the case. So yeah, having that network of other people and yeah, really building up that rapport would be, I think, just a great. And again, I think that'd really improve that confidence as well for the children.
Excellent. So we're looking for expressions of interest at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the contact details on all of the posts and pages for families to get in touch. But if anybody's listening and they want to find out a little bit more, they can drop me an email. It's danielwoods@ptkids.uk, and we'll be happy to tell you a little bit more about the group and how your child might be able to benefit.